Welcome everyone to the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League. On the icon board of the Triveni Continental Kings, we have Alireza Firouzja, and for the team of Alpine SG Pipers, we have Fabiano Caruana. It's the Sicilian with knight to f3, g6. Fabi playing the accelerated dragon here, and Firouzja plays pawn to d4. The open Sicilian is on the board. Pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, and now the bishop comes to g7, hitting the knight. Knight to c3, and black goes knight to c6. The bishop comes out to e3, knight to f6, and bishop c4. Now one of the main moves here is castles, and Firouzja drops his bishop back. You have queen a5 move, d6. There are many interesting moves here. d6 now takes the game into the territory of the main line of the Sicilian Dragon, and queen d3, an unusual move here by Alireza Firouzja. Knight to e5 played by Caruana, hitting the queen. The queen goes back to d2. Now think about this, guys. Generally in the Sicilian Dragon, white plays queen d2, and then the knight comes to e5 and rook c8. So in this entire thing here, white is actually a tempo down. And can you live with such a tempo down in a sharp line like Sicilian Dragon? I highly doubt it, which is why black has a very comfortable position here. Fabi has a very good idea with queen c7. He wants to triple down on the c file. Excellent play. Knight goes to e2, not a good move. Rook c8 can come in, and he plays b5, which is also possible, not a bad idea. And now Firouzja jumps with his knight to f4. He's angling at the d5 square, but rook c8, knight d5, takes, and queen d8 is an excellent position. But he goes bishop c6 and g4 played. Bishop c6 takes into control the d5 square. Fabi now makes a big mistake with rook to c8. And this gives Firouzja the opportunity to take on h5. Idea was always to play b4 here. But now he sacks a piece. H takes g6. What a sacrifice this is. Pawn takes knight. And what is Firouzja's idea? Well, he takes on f7. Fabi takes back. And now an amazing move is queen to g2. Can he find it? Yes, he does. Pawn to e5 played. But now it's all over. Rook g1 attacking the bishop on g7. E takes f4. And there we have the queen entering in to g7. King comes up to e6, and now a strong move is queen g5 with the idea of queen f5. But Firouzja goes queen g6. The only defense now is bishop d7. Very strong move to meet queen f5 check with king e7. But that's a blunder, and now fe3 was a blunder. Queen f5, king goes to f7. Rook to g6 played. Queen e7, and he brings the other rook in. We have bishop takes e4, but this is not going to work. Rook check, king goes back to e8, and this is all over, guys. Rook takes queen, king takes, and just another rook comes in. Fabi is getting checkmated here. Queen e6, and he resigns. What a fiery attack by Firouzja for the Triveni Continental Kings. Let's just have a look at where this game went wrong for Fabiano Caruana, because he was doing really well until some point, like in this position after g4. It was already pretty sharp one, but maybe rook c8 was a better idea here. But let's go g4, and this rook c8 was a mistake because g takes h5, b4. Now the important point that Fabi was angling for was that after knight d5 you can take, and then after knight takes you can take back, and after pawn takes you have rook takes c2 with a winning attack. But when the pawn came to b4, actually h takes g6 was missed by Fabiano Caruana, and after takes, I think queen g2 is a beautiful move to spot, because the queen is entering in, the knight is coming in, the rook is coming, and let's say you take your time taking here, check, king g8 and knight e6, the game is over. And in case e5 is played here, which was in the game, Fabi was busted at this point because of this rooks entering the attack. Well, what can we say about Firouzja's opening idea? at this point queen d3, well, I don't think it inspires a lot of confidence. In general, queen d3, maybe it's not the best, because as you can see in Sicilian Dragon, you generally play queen d2, rook c8, long castle and knight e5 when you are a clear tempo up, but still it's something to look out for.